Welcome. This is Adeline with Adejuansartdolls, Art Dolls. And this morning, it is morning. It is like 6:17 here in Tennessee on a Friday. Today is my sister's birthday. But it's not about her. This is about Valentina, aka Valencia. Guys, as you know, that when I was painting Valencia, she turned a little orange. She turned a little yellow. And I had to do something about that. I didn't want to keep her in that state, so I had to do something about her. These are her limbs now. You see how pretty they turned out? Her feet, her toes. Bring it down so. Okay, and this is the beautiful leg here that I think that is gorgeous. See her feet? I'm showing you what her feet looks like. That's the bottom of her feet. Both of them look the same to me, natural. But yeah, her paint. I had to do the last layer offline because life got into it. As you know, that I haven't put out a video in a few days, and so that is the reason why life got into it. And I have been trying to see about my back. Um, it's not getting better, it's getting worse. But of course, this injury has been since 92. And I have hurt every day since 92, the year 92. Okay, so, um, and that's been 20 years, y'all. 20 years. Well, no, that's been more than 20 years. Is it 92? Yeah, that's been more than 20 years. But what I want to say is I have finally got enough courage, and I needed that courage to actually look into my back. It is getting worse. I'm getting slower as far as walking. I can't stand very long. Um, I've not done any soap in a while because I can't stand very long to do it. I've been working on these babies because I can sit down and do the work. That is the only reason why. But yeah, we're in the process of setting up appointments for a MRI. Then we will go from there. But he did take x-rays yesterday. He showed me what they look like. And I've always, from the very first time I got hurt, had problems with L4 and L5. L4 is setting on L5. It's just a little bit more complex now. It's there's nothing in between there. Nothing. Um so he was explaining to me what kind of feelings that I would have, and those are the feelings that I have. The reason I don't sleep properly, um, I can't sit for a long time, my feet and legs go numb all the time. I've just really been having a lot of problems, okay? And I don't like to dwell on this. I don't like to claim it per se. Um, I have limitations. I know I have limitations, and it's okay. You know, I know what I can and cannot do. And my family, they know what I can and cannot do either. Too. But, and it's not a problem with them. Um, we want to go somewhere in next year, and they want me to be ready. So I thought that I better go on and try to get something done to see what can be done with this. So, anyway, back to Valencia. I am going to put Valencia together. She does not have her hair, but I am going to put her together. And let me pause you all for just a second while I get her bow. I'm back. Okay, now we're going to get started. The first thing that I do is I take the limbs, and I take my nail polish, clear, fast drying nail polish, and I go around the flange. The reason I do that is to make it move a little better once the body is put together. I use fast dry because I need it to be dry when I get done doing what it is I need to do before putting them together. I need them to be dry when I get ready to put them together, is what I'm trying to say. So that's what we're going to do here, is we're going to get these ready for that part. Now, I have already done her neck ring, and the reason being is because I wasn't ready to reveal her to you. I want you all to see what she looks like, and please comment on what you think she turned out, how you think she turned out. I want her to have some black curly hair, but I don't know about the curly. Well, I want it to be curly, but I want it to be more wavy on her hair, and I want her to have a short cut. Um, so we'll see how that's going to turn out, because you know me, I am not a barber. I don't cut hair very well. So that's that on that. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully okay, but we'll see. Okay, now as far as the limbs go, I will use my glass beads, my fine glass beads, and my funnel, and I will fill up probably 3/4 of the way. And I won't fill them all the way up like I normally do, but I will fill them up 3/4 of the way and see if, okay, I have too much in here. Okay, and then I will take some cotton, and fill the hole, just putting cotton in the hole to make sure that nothing is coming out of there. And I want it to be semi-tight. Well, really tight, not really semi-tight, but tight. And then I will take felt round, a felt round, adhesive felt round, and I will put it over top of the hole. like that. I think I put a little bit too much cotton in this one. So let's take the round off and pull out just a tinge of cotton. And let's do that again. Because I actually like it to stay on. Okay, now, like that. Okay, and now let's get the next one done. Mm-hmm. Just trying to work it down in there, in her arm. And I want her to have just a tinge more of this fine beads in it. Just a tinge more. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to stuff it with cotton. And that's what we're doing here. We're just stuffing it with cotton because we want to make sure that the beads are not falling out and won't fall out. Okay. And now I will take another round and I will put it over top of the hole. Okay, and there you go. Okay, now we're going to put this one back because we don't need these anymore, not this size. We need the next size, and the next size is this size. This will be the size of the next round, and that will go for the legs. Hopefully, let's see if it will. Yes, it will. Okay, and we're going to put that in. Okay, just trying to work it down in her foot, and I think I need a little more in the top. Okay, and we're gonna fill it now. Weighing your baby is your preference. It's not a guideline on how much beads you should put in. Some people just only put down here in the foot and then they fill the rest with cotton. I don't want to do that because I want the baby to weigh out a good weight, have a good weight on its body. And okay, I don't want any cotton standing up over top of it. Okay, and this, I am probably going to have to get my tweezers. Oh, got it all. And see, it's this size here. That's the size I'm using. It is a 1.5, I believe it is. 1.5 inch. The smaller ones are an inch. And then I have a larger one that I use for the head, and it is 2 inches. And I am an Amazon girl. I buy all that the supplies that I can buy on Amazon. Yes, I do. Um, I buy whatever I can buy off the doll sites because the doll sites are kind of expensive when you're going to buying doll supplies. And some places like Bountiful Baby, they have great sales. Bountiful Baby has sales every day. It may not be a sale that you are wanting per se, but they do have sales. They have sales on just about every product, and sometimes they even have a store-wide sale. And the store-wide sale, I'm trying to move this over here. And the store-wide sale um, is when they have a percentage off on everything in the store. So, yeah, that is when you need to buy um, stuff like your cotton, like your bodies, eyelashes, if you're using those. Um, I use the belly fat. These are the belly fat beads. I put it in the belly, and they squishy, a little squishy. So I use those to put in my bodies, and yeah, it just helps to weight and also to make the body feel a little bit squishy, you know. But yeah, I those came out real easy. I will have to get the tweezers to get that big one off though. Okay, and that's what that leg looks like. That is an awesome leg. I love that leg. I don't know why, but I love that leg. Okay, now, um, let me pause you guys because I don't see Valentina's body. So let me see what I did with that body. Hold on. Okay, let me pause you so I can see what I did with the body. I'm back. It was an easy find. Okay, let's get her body out of the bag. I have already threaded it with the zip ties. And what I normally do is get this off of the table because I am done with that. Okay, now, um, let me see, guys. I did not get her a. That's going to be really too big. So, why don't I try to put 2 bags of sand in her? Not sand. I'll try. Okay. What I do is I start off by stuffing her little bum, and that's what I start off doing is putting some cotton here in her little bum. Okay. And that's what I start off doing. And let's see here. I Sorry about that, guys. I needed my bag over here with my little snippers in it. Oh, excuse me. So that I can snip some smell good out of here to put in her legs while I'm stuffing. Okay. Now let's put a little bit more cotton on each side of that. There will be more going in that area anyway. So now I usually have a bigger bag, but I'm going to use some smaller bags today to put in her body. And I think I'm going to use this one. These were bags that were already made up um, for other babies that they did not work out for. So I'm just trying to see if I can use some of them in Valentina. So now I got the bag in. I've got her laid down. I have this very soft cotton here um, that I mix with my regular cotton. Okay, and then what I do is I stuff it all around the bag. And then I turn it over. And then I turn it over. And then I stuff the back. Like I said, I would be pushing more down into the little bum. Make sure that some gets on the side of the bag. We do not want to expose the bag at all. We want that bag to be in there and be in there good. So, let's see, let's put a little bit more over here on this side. And so we can get that bum to looking right. Okay, now we will put more of the fluff cotton and the regular cotton in here on this side and on the back. Okay, now we're gonna keep rotating this baby around um, to get this cotton in here. And I don't feel the bag, but I do have a slot here where a little bum needs to be just a tinge bigger. She has a little bit of a boudoir back there, and it just needs to be stuffed appropriate. Okay, and then because I mash and poke and mash. Okay, now at this point, she has so much in the bottom is coming out. So at this point, I will start to put her limbs on. And I will put her legs on just so that we can hold in what we have at the bottom and nothing seems to want to come out. Just always make sure that the leg is secured in. Uh, and that it is able to move. I hope that whatever happens with my back, that I am able to go sell this summer, I'm sorry, this summer, um, because people are already reaching out to me, but I have not responded to anyone because, oh, look at you, because I don't know where at what stage I'm going to be in, and if I'm going to be able to make an event. I don't want to pay for things that I'm not going to be able to participate in because I don't get that money back and I don't have money to lose. So, yeah, I felt that I did not need to start paying for anything until actually I found out what was going to happen with my back. So, but I actually um, can't wait to get started. Um, and then again, this year I may have to take off. I don't know. Um, my son, he helps me. He does all the lifting. He's such a love. He does all the lifting for me. Um, and with us, if I do too much, Mama, go sit down. Go in it, get in the car, Mama, and turn the air on and sit down. "Uh, Well, I want to help. I get it. Okay. But he's very knowledgeable as to what is going on with his mom, and he does not want to make matters worse or to, cause any more problems. And so, yeah, it makes me go sit down. And I kind of hate him having to do everything, but he makes a few dollars. I pay him. Um, yeah, I pay him. This one got just a tinch tight, and because I appreciate him. And so, yes, I give him a few dollars to help me out, and he's satisfied because he knows that this money is actually the only money that I have to work my business with. I don't, it does not come out of my paycheck. So, he's okay with that. They put this on wrong. They put that on wrong, and it's going to leave that exposed because of the way they put that on. Um, anyway, there's nothing I can do about that. I guess you put that one on too tight too. But anyway, um, so I can't wait to get started in making my soaps again. I actually love doing that as well. It was my first love per se. The babies came and just kind of took it on over. But soap is getting so saturated every time you turn around, somebody's making soap. So, and the markets are getting so saturated. If you don't get in there early to get your spot, you won't get a spot. And so I have missed out on getting a spot because of that. Because the market has is it's gotten so saturated. So the babies were my next thing. Yeah, that's Valentina's body. Isn't she pretty? Oh my goodness, she is such a love. She's a love. Okay, now for the reveal of Valentina, no, Valencia, let's bring her to life. Let's bring her to life. Guys, her complexion came out awesome. And this is Valentina. Valencia. I wanted to say Valentina because I like that name as well. But this is Valencia. See? I think she turned out awesome. I simply love her. Um, that to me is going to be too heavy for her head. So let me pause you again. I'll be back just a minute. Okay, I'm back. I had to go get a trouser sock. This is what I put my beads in. And so I had to go get one so that I can, okay, let me see. Those scissors are not working. Those are snippers. They're not working on that. So let's see what else I have in here in the bag of goodies. Not actually the scissors I would love to use for that, but anyway. Now, first things first, put a little, um, and I don't use my very fluff. I use um, just a regular, um, polyfill to go down in there. And I just want something on that part of the head, you know, that will give a little cushion to her. And then I take my stocking and put it down in here. I put it over the, okay. Now, that's what I do to that. And then I will take, I want to use the fine beads or the other beads, the number 2 beads. I'll do the fine. Okay, and then I'll take my funnel and put it in there. And then I will proceed to put some beads in the head. Okay. Now, my head feels weighted to me at the right weight. Now, we're going to see, is we're going to tie it off. And I'm just tying it off, guys. And then I'm going to pause you again. Yeah, I'm sorry for all the pauses, but I'm going to pause you again after I fill up her head. And, okay. Now that seems to have a good weight. And I'm going to fill up the head now the rest of the way with cotton, with the polyfill rather. And it usually takes a lot of cotton. You wouldn't think, but it does. And I want to try to get cotton all around. She does have a a magnet in her mouth for her pacifier. That she does have. Okay. You don't want to overstuff her head. Um, you do want it to have enough cotton so it does not give as much. Um, but you don't want to overstuff her head. But she has a lot of space down in there that you can get cotton into. Because as you're pushing, it's moving on around into the sea. It's not going in as much as it was. And that's because I am also pushing the cotton down in there to go on the sides of her head where her temple is, so that she won't have such a squishy head. Now, see, that's filling up. That has filled up a lot. And her head looks great. Okay, this video will probably be just a tinge long. And I do apologize, but there's no way that you can assemble um, unless you have everything completely prepared. And I didn't. I am sorry about that as well. So now we have as much as I'm going to put in her head. And let me see where my tweezers are. I lose those little guys all the time. Yep. See, I told you. I am not prepared. I don't know where they are, guys. Is that them? Uh, let's see, is that them? Yep, that's those. Little jiggers. Okay, and I use one of the rounds, but it's hard to get the back off of this sucker. You have to have some tweezers to pull the back off of this big one. I don't know why this one is the only one that's like that. Hmm. Sometimes it'll come right on off, and sometimes it just won't. I apologize today. There you go. Okay, and we're going to stuff it down as far as we can get it down there. And put that one over top of that. And you should have put some smell good in there. So let me raise that up. If I can get it up. And stick this smell good down here on the top. And put that back over that. And put this other half right there. And let's get her head together. And then she'll have to get her weight done. Her head might be too heavy. I'm known for doing that. Okay, let's see if you can turn it. Yeah. Let's see, Valentina. I mean, Valencia. I have to get Valencia in my. There you are, love. Oh my goodness, how beautiful you are. And you have that baby slump. You have that baby slump. Check her out, guys. She has that baby slump already. I'm holding her in the back to make sure her head doesn't flop back so far. And that her little slump is, she's good. Okay. She is too cute. Oh, oh, that hurt. That hurt. That hurt. Now, I am going to pause you guys and I'll be right back. I'm back. She is 4 pounds, 14.2 ounces. And let's get that put on her birth certificate. Okay, now I just had a pencil. What did I do with it? Okay, I will get that done. I need to put a pencil in there. I just had a pencil, pen, and I don't know what I did with it, but we're going to keep going, and we're going to fill that in just a little while. But Valentina, you are a darling. You are just a darling. Let's get you clipped off. Um, let's get you clipped off so that we can start to dress you. Okay. Why is this one not wanting to clear? There you go. Got that long leg sticking out there, girl. You're going to have some great poses. That big long leg sticking out there. Okay. And you have a couple more. Let's turn you over here. Okay. Now, got all of that part done. And it's time that you get your little bum signed. I will sign my bums. We in 2026 now. So we will be signing bums 2026. There's my signature. And Valentina is ready for close. Aren't you, love? So now let's get your diaper on. You look to be probably newborn to 0 to 3. I don't know if you're going to wind up in that size, but that's what you look to be. This is a size 2 diaper that I'm putting on her. To me, fits her very well. Let's bring this over around here some. Okay, there. Now, fits her very well. Now she's going to get a white t-shirt on, a white onesie. I like putting those under her clothes. Of course, I usually have the not see-through, sleeveless ones, but since she needs a white shirt on up under her dress, um, because she's going to have a jumper on today, and I need to put those um, arm slings on her arm. I do forget that all the time, and I have to start remembering, and I probably will start to remember when I have to start to repair these things. I will remember then. And it just really makes the clothes go on so easily. I don't know why. I forget about that. Just look at that. How easy that went on. And then you just pull it out. Okay. That worked, Valencia. That worked, Valencia. So let's get your little shirt pulled down there. And this t-shirt is a newborn t-shirt. Um, like I said, clothes run different when people make different things, okay? So now that's her, and that's what she needed. Okay, now she needs to put on these socks. She probably really didn't need to put these on, but I'm gonna go ahead, since I pulled them out, I'm gonna change them out afterwards and put her on some shorter socks, because I like it when these little things come over the knee, and that's what these are for, is to come over the knee. But her dress is going to come down because she's going to have a little jumper on, this little jumper here. this is what she's going to wear. And so, and this jumper is a 3-month, which I feel is going to be a little big for her, but that's okay too. Let's take a button loose so that she can get this nugget in. Uh-huh. Yeah. Like I said, it's going to be a little big for her. Um, that's going to be a little too big for her. But we're going to rock with it right now. Okay. Yeah. And then I'll change her out in some newborn clothes because I did not know what size she was going to wear. So, yeah, I got a 3-month because I thought that she would be as big as a 3-month, but she's not. So these are her little shoes, and they are a size 0, but they are still a little too big for her. So, like I said, she, um, and there's no other size that will fit her. So, yeah, nothing I can do about that either. So, now that is Valentina, and we're going to put this headband on her head so that she can be even beautiful, 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 beautiful. And there she is, guys. That is Valentina. She is such a love. A love, love, love. Let's lay you down so that people can see you. Uh-huh. And that is Valentina. Now I'm going to change out these socks. And probably her outfit will be changed out as well. Uh, but let's see. And we're almost at an hour, guys. I'm so sorry for keeping you this long. I did not intend for that to happen. Um, so, um, with that being said, please like, subscribe, share, and please comment on what you think. Um, how Valentina. Mm, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna have to use Valentina. How Valencia came out, and she is going to be even beautiful when she has hair. Um, I have the perfect hair that I think is the perfect hair for her, and I will get her rooted. I have 2 ahead of her, and so I will get her rooted when, um, like I said, when I can get her in the chair, when she'll be the 3rd person. But yes, this is my Valentina. So thank you guys. Have a good day. Bye.